I know. Lin Yun nodded, then directly got into the car, and the car slowly left the hotel. Inside the provincial capital Yojia Manor, Lu Zhizhong sat on the sofa, holding a tablet in his hand. The live video of the Qingyang auction just now played on the tablet. Father Lu Zhizhong had watched the entire video at this time. This little guy will faint Xiong Jin Chong unexpectedly, haha. Lu Zhizhong couldn't help laughing. The secretary also smiled and said, Lao Lu, young master is really good at adapting to changes. Yes, I originally asked him to use money to kill Xiong Jin Chong, but he was able to adapt to the situation on the court, but instead fell to Jin Chong with 1.5 billion yuan. The little guy is very clever. Lu Zhizhong's face was full of relief. The color. Lin Yun's performance once again exceeded Lu Zhizhong's expectations, and he found that Lin Yun was giving him more and more surprises. At this time, the secretary changed the conversation. However, with the character of a person like Xiong Jinqiang, he suffered such a big loss today, and he will definitely find ways to retaliate wildly. In the next period of time, I am afraid there will be a lot of headaches for the young master. There is a lone wolf to protect him, so don't worry about safety. But in other aspects, I'm afraid I will encounter some troubles. It depends on how he responds. Again, this is not only a test for him, but also an exercise for him. Lu Lao said. Xiong Jinxiang's half-hill villa.
Bang! 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 Bang!
The antique vases in the villa, various collections of red wine, and various decoration facilities were all smashed on the ground, and the ground was in a mess. Asshole! 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 Lao Tzu, Xiong Jinxiang, dare to pit Lao Tzu like this on Lao Tzu's site. Do it right with Lao Tzu like this? Angrily hit Jin Chong while yelling angrily. The servants and bodyguards in the house were all trembling with fright, hiding in the corner and daring not to make any changes, for fear that something was wrong, leading to anger towards Jin Chong. Even the military division stood far away, not daring to dissuade him in the slightest. The atmosphere in the entire villa is extremely solemn. Xiong Jinxiang smashed it for an hour, until he was so tired that he could not move. Then he sat back on the sofa heavily. Military master, come here. A gloomy face shouted to Jin Xiangqiang. The military division hurried to the front of Xiong Jinxiang. Military strategist, that kid named Lin Yun, I must kill him. Xiong Jin Chong gritted his teeth. Master Xiong, he is Lu Zhizhong's grandson. If we want to kill him, we must be secretive and clean, and we can't play him with great fanfare, said the military division. After a pause, the military division continued. And the last time we sent out to kill this kid, they all died inexplicably. Now the body has not been found. What is your opinion of the military division? Xiong Jin Chong raised his head to look at the military division. Master Xiong, I really thought of a wonderful way. The military commander showed a sinister smile. Immediately afterwards, the military commander leaned to Xiong Jinxiang's ear and whispered the plan to Xiong Jinxiang. Haha, wonderful. Your method is really wonderful. Why did I forget this method before? After Xiong Jinxiang listened to the plan, he couldn't help clapping his hands in praise. The military division also laughed and said, Master Xiong, with this method, I think that Lin Yun will definitely die without a place to bury him, and he can also disassociate himself from the others. Okay, strategist, this matter is left to you. This time you must kill Lin Yun. Xiong Jin Chong showed expectation. Let go of Master Xiong. No matter how fate this kid is, he will definitely not escape this time. I will arrange for this matter. The military division said with a smile. After the military commander finished speaking, he quickly left the villa. Xiong Jinxiang stood up. Lin Yun, you dare to pit me, dare to be right with me. Even if you are Lu Zhizhong's grandson, there is only one dead end, die for me. Ha ha. There was a harsh laughter to Jin Chong. He was confident that the military division's plan would make Lin Yun sure to die. On the other side, Su Yan's home. Su Yan was sitting on the sofa watching TV, and her father Su came in from outside. Dad, you're back. How was the auction going? Su Yan asked while eating melon seeds. Of course her eyes were on the TV. Not bad if you go. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Mr. Su said with a smile. While talking, President Su walked directly to the opposite side of Su Yin and sat down.
Surprise?
What kind of surprise can I have? Is there something I like at the auction? Then just take a picture of me. Su Yin said. It's not a thing, it's a person. Mr. Su smiled. Okay, isn't it Ping Brother? Don't you just want to match me with him? What kind of surprise is this? I am not interested in him.
Su Yan disapproved.
I'm not talking about Master Ping. I'm talking about… Of course, what Su always wanted to say was Lin Yun. But halfway through his words, he took it back, because Lin Yun had told him not to expose Lin Yun's identity to Su Yin. Who is it? Su Yin looked at President Su. Forget it. Let me tell you something else. Su said. After a pause, President Su continued. Your boyfriend's name is Lin Yun, right? Dad, do you want to say again? He is a poor boy, not worthy of me. Let me leave him, right? My ears can hear cocoons.
Su Yan pouted.
No, no, no. Mr. Su smiled and shook his head. What I want to say is, I fully support you to fall in love with him. President Su said with a smile. What? Su Yin, who was still calm at first, suddenly turned his head to look at President Su in surprise. Dad, you said you support me? You don't have a fever, do you? You don't have a brain burnout? Su Yin knows her dad very well. Her dad always asks her to find a second-generation boyfriend who has a much better family than them. And now, her dad actually supports him to fall in love with a poor boy? And also fully support? Su Yin couldn't believe this. Is this still her father? Su Yin, you heard that right. I really support you and Lin Yun with all my strength. Su Yin said with a smile. Why? Dad, you went to an auction. How did your outlook on life have changed? You won't be. You were stimulated at the auction, Su Yin said. Your father is very good, but I figured it out. The most important thing is that you find a man you like. Mr. Su smiled. Dad, you are finally getting acquainted. You won't introduce me any rich kids in the future? Su Yin was overjoyed. Don't worry, it will definitely not happen. President Su's tone was firm. Hee, great. Su Yin jumped up on the sofa happily. But I also have a request. You must bring your boyfriend Lin Yun to the house to have a meal together. Mr. Su said with a smile. President Su already knew that Su Yin and Lin Yun were pretended boyfriends and girlfriends, but he didn't break it. He wanted to use this as an excuse to match Lin Yun and Su Yin well. This, all right. Su Yin had to agree so that her father would not introduce him to blind dates in the future. 4:30 in the afternoon, Lin Yun was driving his Lamborghini Bull to the school. Lin Yun left the company's affairs and the development of the protected area number 1 to Lu Bo to handle it. He only needs to review and check. Just when Lin Yun was approaching school, Lin Yun's cell phone rang. Lin Yun took out his cell phone and saw that it was a call from the fat man. Hey, fat man. Lin Yun answered the phone. Brother Yun, where are you now? Come to the school gate quickly. The fat man on the phone looked very anxious. I'm almost at school here. What's the matter? Lin Yun's heart tightened. Hearing what the fat man said was so anxious, as if something happened. Downstairs in the 5 girls' dormitory, there is an Audi driver who is openly wooing the monitor Wang Shui. The fat man said, Wing to Wang Shui? Lin Yun frowned slightly. Although I have no definite relationship with Wang Shui, although I and Wang Shui are not boyfriend and girlfriend. But when Lin Yun heard the news, he felt a little uncomfortable in his heart, as if someone was trying to grab something that he was more in. I know, I will come soon. After Lin Yun finished speaking, he quickly hung up. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yun stepped on the accelerator vigorously and went straight to the school with the roar of the Lamborghini engine bursting. Qingyang University. Downstairs in the 5th female dormitory. A silver Audi A4 parked here, with bright red roses in front of the Audi car, posing a big heart shape. Among the heart-shaped roses stood a man in a suit. The man was holding a bunch of roses folded with $100 bills, with a bank card in between. Because this is under the female dormitory, it naturally attracted the attention of many female students. Wow, so romantic. Audi, rose, and money. If anyone woos me like this, I can wake up in my dreams. Many female classmates who watched by the female classmates all showed an idiot-like appearance. Many female college students in school, who are not well involved in the world, simply can't stand this kind of money. The man in the suit standing among the heart-shaped roses also looked confident. He was confident that under this trick, few female college students could resist it. He was confident that this trick could capture Wang Shuefeng's heart. At this time, a beautiful shadow came out of the dormitory. She is the heroine Wang Shui in this matter. Wang Shui, you are finally willing to come downstairs. I know that you will be moved by my sincerity, and I know you will definitely come down. After seeing Wang Shui, the man in suit walked out of the heart-shaped rose with a smile and walked towards Wang Shui. The man in a suit is the son of a small business owner. His name is Qiao Wenfei. Wang Shui once went to sponsor him when he was working in the outreach department of the student union. After that, Qiao Wenfei, the man in a suit, asked Wang Shui for dinner from time to time. Because Qiao Wenfei sponsored the school, Wang Shui, out of politeness, promised her 2 meals. As a result, during the second meal, Qiao Wenfei suddenly took out a bank card and said that he would take care of Wang Shui. At that time, Wang Shui was taken aback and rejected Qiao Wenfei directly, and then left quickly. Wang Shui thought this was the end. As a result, after that, Qiao Wenfei called Wang Shui to have dinner again, and said that the last time I was fainted, he said that he was nurturing him, and asked Wang Shui to forgive him and ask Wang Shui to eat. Of course Wang Shui rejected him. As a result, Wang Shui did not expect that Qiao Wenfei would suddenly come to his school and woo him. Wang Shui didn't want to bother at first, but Qiao Wenfei had been shouting downstairs for an hour and had no intention of leaving. Under this situation, Wang Shui had to come down and refuse Qiao Wenfei face to face. Wang Shui, give it to you. As soon as Wang Shui walked downstairs, Qiao Wenfei hurriedly walked to Wang Shui and handed the bunch of roses folded with money to Wang Shui. Wow! Many onlookers screamed. Some girls wished they were Wang Shui at the moment. Promise him. Promise him. Many classmates onlookers made a booze. Mr. Zhou, I'm really sorry, I can't agree. Wang Shui did not pick up the rose. Wang Shui's refusal surprised many onlookers around him. She didn't even agree? This handsome guy is not bad, and he still drives an Audi. With such superior conditions, I don't know how many girls want to be with such a handsome guy. She doesn't even agree. Yes, if it is me, I promise to agree immediately. In the eyes of many female classmates onlookers, this handsome guy is rich at first glance, and he is a little handsome. They really can't find a reason to refuse. In my opinion, this Wang Shui wanted to be reserved, so she refused first. Look at it. I bet she will eventually agree. There is no reason for such a high-quality man to refuse. It makes sense. Many of the onlookers nodded. In the field, when Qiao Wenfei saw Wang Shui rejecting him, he did not give up, but continued with a smile. Wang Shui, please think about it. There is a card in this bunch of roses. There is 100,000 yuan in the card. If you take the roses, the money in the card will be yours. I will drive Audi to take you for a drive. After speaking, Qiao Wenfei directly stuffed rose into Wang Shui's hands. Mr. Zhou, I said no, please take it back. When Wang Shui saw Qiao Wenfei put the rose made of money into her hand, she frowned, and at the same time handed the rose back. Wang Shui, I know you are reserved, sorry, it doesn't matter. I will take you into my Audi car and take you for a drive. Qiao Wenfei said with a smile. After Qiao Wenfei finished speaking, he rushed directly to Wang Shui, preparing to forcibly lift Wang Shui. What? Wang Shui screamed in shock, and at the same time stepped back quickly. Stop it! At this moment, a figure rushed in front of Wang Shui, blocking Qiao Wenfei. He is Lin Yun's buddy, Fatty. Squad leader, don't be afraid, Brother Yun will be here soon, and I will help you block this kid for Brother Yun. The fat man said to Wang Shui. Although Lin Yun and Wang Shui are not boyfriends and girlfriends, in the eyes of the fat man, Wang Shui and Lin Yun can be successful sooner or later. So of course he cannot see others and touch his brother's woman. Fat brother, thank you. Wang Shui breathed a sigh of relief when she saw Fatty help her block Qiao Wenfei. Squad leader, thank Brother Yun if you want to thank you. I helped him block this kid, said the fat man. When Qiao Wenfei saw the fat man getting in the way, his face suddenly became gloomy. This is a good thing for him. Boy, Who are you, nosy? Get out of here. Xiao Wenfei whispered at the fat man. Xiao Wenfei said and looked at the fat man. He saw that the fat man was wearing very ordinary clothes, and when there was no famous brand, his eyes were even more disdainful. Wang Shui is my brother's woman. If you can't court, you still want to be strong? Get out of here if you know, the fat man said loudly. The fat man has Lin Yun as his backer. Of course his momentum is true. Xiao Wenfei's expression became even more ugly when he heard the fat man berate him so much. Fuck, you dare to talk to me like this? I'll say it again. Get out of my way, or be careful I pay someone to interrupt your leg, Xiao Wenfei said viciously. After seeing this scene, the students onlookers around were also talking. Looking at this fat man in such ordinary clothes, he dares to block the way of this handsome Audi guy. I think he is really tired of living. Yeah, looking at his dress, can he beat this handsome Audi guy? No one is optimistic about the fat man. When the fat man heard what Xiao Wenfei said, he sneered. Hire someone to break my leg? Do you know who my brother is? Really think you are rich? Just your broken Audi. My brother's car is 10 blocks away from you. Okay, then you called your brother out. I want to see who would dare to steal the woman I was after. Xiao Wenfei sneered disdainfully. In Xiao Wenfei's opinion, this fat man is dressed in ordinary clothes, so the brother mentioned can't be a powerful person. Boom! As soon as Xiao Wenfei's voice fell, the roar of a supercar engine entered everyone's ears. The sound burst from far to near. The students' onlookers all turned to look after hearing such a loud super-running sound. What catches everyone's eyes is an orange super sports car with an extremely cool appearance, Lamborghini Daniel. Wow, Lamborghini. It's Lamborghini. What a cool Lamborghini. This is still a Lamborghini Daniel, a supercar with nearly 10 million. Our school has such an awesome supercar. After the students saw this Lamborghini bull, they couldn't help but screamed, and even many female classmates screamed. Such a cool Lamborghini driving on campus. Of course, the rate of return is 100%. Wow, this Lamborghini seems to be coming in our direction. The onlookers found this Lamborghini and suddenly turned from the main road into the side road leading to the 5 girls' dormitory. It's Brother Yun. Brother Yun is here. When the fat man saw this Lamborghini, he smiled happily. In a blink of an eye, Lamborghini drove over, and the students' onlookers involuntarily backed away to make way for Lamborghini. In the end, Lamborghini stopped and still parked side by side with the silver Audi A4. Don't look at this Audi A4 in school, but put it together with this cool bursting Lamborghini. It is completely shit. The aura of this Lamborghini bull is unparalleled. At this moment, the eyes of all the students around were on this orange Lamborghini, including Wang Shui. All looked at this Lamborghini. She didn't know that this Lamborghini belonged to Lin Yun. Under everyone's gaze, Lamborghini's door was opened, and a young figure walked out of the car. It is Lin Yun. The eyes of everyone present were all concentrated on Lin Yun's body at this time. Although Lin Yun's dress is very ordinary, no one dares to look down upon Lin Yun the slightest, because Lin Yun drives a Lamborghini. It's just that everyone doesn't know what purpose Lin Yun, who appeared in a sports car, came here with. Including Xiao Wenfei, who was courting, it is not clear why. Lin Yun? When Wang Shui saw Lin Yun, she was stunned. Wang Shui understands Lin Yun's family. Although Lin Yun told him before that he won hundreds of thousands of lottery tickets, but based on this, it is impossible to drive such a good sports car, right? Although Wang Shui does not know about sports cars, she knows that this sports car is absolutely valuable. Brother Yun, you are finally here. After seeing Lin Yun, the fat man greeted him with excitement. Fatty, who is wooing Wang Shui? Lin Yun asked. Brother Yun, that kid? The fat man pointed his finger to Xiao Wenfei and continued. Brother Yun, this kid is crazy. Wang Shui refused him just now. He also forced the paper money rose to Wang Shui and wanted to forcibly hold Wang Shui. Is it? Lin Yun narrowed his eyes to look at Xiao Wenfei. After Xiao Wenfei felt Lin Yun's gaze, his face suddenly changed. Xiao Wenfei is not a fool either. He has already seen that Lin Yun is the brother that Fatty said before. At this time, the fat man stepped forward and said proudly, Boy, I said before that my eldest brother's car is 10 streets away from your car. Didn't you ridicule me for bragging? You continue to ridicule. I. Xiao Wenfei's face flushed suddenly. At this time, the surrounding area also exploded. Unexpectedly, this elder brother who drives a Lamborghini turned out to be the brother of the fat man. No wonder that the fat man dared to challenge Audi Min before. This plot reverses really fast. This is the brother who drives the Lamborghini. It must be more powerful than the one who drives the Audi. There is a good show here. In the field. Fatty, what else did he just say? Lin Yun asked. Brother Yun, this kid is arrogant. I didn't allow him to hold Wang Shui just now. He said that I should take care of my business. Why should I hire someone to interrupt my legs? Said the fat man. Oh. Lin Yun narrowed his eyes. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yun walked slowly to Xiao Wenfei. At this time, Xiao Wenfei, where is there any arrogance when facing the fat man before? Some are just panic. My buddy, I heard that you want to break my brother's leg. Is there such a thing? With a grim smile, Lin Yun patted Xiao Wenfei on the shoulder. Brother, how dare I? Xiao Wenfei squeezed an ugly smile and wiped the cold sweat from his forehead at the same time. Although Lin Yun was wearing very ordinary clothes, Xiao Wenfei knew that this was definitely a scary existence that he could not afford to provoke based on Lin Yun's Lamborghini bull. Snapped. As soon as Xiao Wenfei's voice fell, Lin Yun slapped him in the face. How dare? Don't admit it? You mean that my brother is lying? Lin Yun's tone was cold. Xiao Wenfei, who was slapped, had a very ugly face, and being slapped in front of so many people made him feel very embarrassed, but he did not dare to attack, so he could only lower his head and dare not make a sound. Put your head up to Lao Tzu. Lin Yun yelled, making Xiao Wenfei tremble all over, then quickly raised his head. Lin Yun grabbed Xiao Wenfei's collar directly, narrowed his eyes, and said coldly, Boy, I don't care what you do, but it irritates me. As long as I say a word, I can make your family stay in Qingyang City, believe it or not. Believe it. I believe it. Xiao Wenfei nodded like garlic, his face was pale, and his forehead was covered with cold sweat. Lin Yun's conversation turned. In addition, if you drive a broken Audi A4, do you dare to come to Qingyang University to pick up girls? You want to pick up my woman? You are quite brave. Brother, I really didn't know that Wang Shui was your woman. Otherwise, even if I borrowed 100 courage from me, I would not dare to him from you. Xiao Wenfei said repeatedly. Then you can go away. Lin Yun directly pushed Xiao Wenfei away, and then walked straight to Wang Shui. Xiao Wenfei was pushed aside, although he felt aggrieved, but he could only hold back. Brother Yun is awesome. When the fat man saw that Lin Yun bullied Xiao Wenfei and had no temper, he yelled in excitement, and the anger he had held in his heart also came out. Lin Yun quickly walked to Wang Shui. Lin Yun, you? Wang Shui looked at Lin Yun blankly. She was still a little confused now. She didn't expect that at the most critical moment just now, Lin Yun would appear in a super sports car, like Prince Charming. There are many doubts in her mind. I know you have a lot of doubts in your heart now. I will answer you. Lin Yun said with a smile. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yun stretched out his hand and smiled and invited. Will you go for a drive with me? Wang Shui blushed. After hesitating for a while, she shyly stretched out Qianqianyu's hand and shook it with Lin Yun. Lin Yun also smiled happily when he saw this. This is his, right? Give it to me. Lin Yun took the bunch of money roses in Wang Shui's hand, and Lin Yun found that there was a bank card in it. How much money is there? Lin Yun picked up the bank card and asked Xiao Wenfei. 100,000. Xiao Wenfei answered truthfully. 100,000 yuan you want to pick up girls? Are you embarrassed? Lin Yun sneered, then smashed Ka and rose on Xiao Wenfei's face. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yun turned around and pulled Wang Shui up and walked towards Lamborghini. Wang Shui, let's go. After seeing this scene, Xiao Wenfei on the side looked even more ugly. This was the result he expected today. When passing by Fatty, Lin Yun stopped. Brother, I have to thank you very much. Lin Yun smiled and patted the fat man on the shoulder. Hey, Brother Yun, what's the relationship between brothers? Brother Yun, your business is mine. Of course I can't watch the idea of hitting the sister-in-law. The fat man laughed. Wang Shui next to her, When she heard the fat man talk about his sister-in-law, her face became even more red. The fat man continued, "Brother Yun, you can take your sister-in-law for a ride and settle your affairs earlier." "Fatty man, I will thank you again when I look back," Lin Yun said with a smile. After speaking, Lin Yun directly pulled Wang Shui and walked towards his Lamborghini Bull. It's no wonder that this beauty named Wang Shui disagrees with the Audi man just now. It turns out that there is something more awesome. Wow, this is the real Prince Charming appearing. So envious. Yeah, so envious. Most of the onlookers around were female classmates. When they saw Wang Shui sitting in a Lamborghini, they were of course envious. This was something they didn't even dare to dream of. Many onlookers even took out their mobile phones to take pictures and videos. Such a picture, posted in the school, it will definitely make a sensation throughout Xiong University. Boom! With the roar of the Lamborghini's cracked engine, the car left under the eyes of everyone. After Lin Yun left, "Handsome guy, let's meet you. Man, let's add AV letter." Many girls gathered around the fat man and asked for his contact information. Because they know that the fat man is a good friend of the Lamborghini owner, some of them want to cling to the fat man, and some of them want to take the opportunity of getting to know the fat man to meet Lin Yun in the future. This? The fat man looked at the female classmates around him. He felt a dream. The fat man swears that he has never been welcomed by so many women since he grew up so much. This may be the pinnacle of his life so far. The other side. Lin Yun drove the Lamborghini outside the school. Because the roads on the campus are not wide and there are many students, the speed is not fast. Wow, Lamborghini. Wow, what a cool sports car. I didn't expect such an awesome sports car to appear in our school. Wherever the orange Lamborghini passed, the college students on both sides of the road would exclaim in bursts of surprise, with a 100% return rate. Many classmates couldn't help taking out their mobile phones to take pictures and wanted to post the moments. Inside the car, "Wang Shui, didn't that scare you just now?" Lin Yun asked while driving. "No, fortunately you came in time." Wang Shui gave a small smile. After a pause, Wang Shui couldn't help but wondered and asked, "Lin Yun, is this car yours?" "Yes, I bought this." Lin Yun nodded with a smile. This car must be expensive?" Wang Shui said. "It's really a little expensive. The price of a naked car is 8 million. Lin Yun said lightly. 8 million? When Wang Shui heard this number, she covered her mouth in shock and opened her eyes. For Wang Shui, this was definitely a terrifying astronomical figure. Wang Shui didn't know the car. Although she guessed from the appearance that the car would be expensive, she didn't expect it to be so expensive. "Lin Yun, why do you have so much money? And the last time buying Huading restaurant, it should be a very expensive price? You can tell me the truth now, is it?" Wang Shui said seriously. Wang Shui is not a material woman. He will not like anyone because of the money. Otherwise, she would never reject the Audi man Xiao Wenfei before. But Wang Shui didn't want to deceive herself by the person she likes, even if this person is rich. "Okay, today I will take you a good day. I promise you will know everything after today is over, okay?" Lin Yun smiled. At this point, Lin Yun also felt that there was no point in hiding it. So Lin Yun decided to announce his identity to Wang Shui. But it didn't seem to be very convincing to say directly, so Lin Yun wanted Wang Shui to experience it personally. "Okay." Wang Shui nodded. Although Wang Shui didn't know Lin Yun's thoughts or where Lin Yun was going to take her, she chose to believe Lin Yun. After Lin Yun left school, she did not know that the school post bar was completely fried. "There is a Lamborghini in our school. Come and watch, there are pictures and the truth." Lamborghini Big Bull slams love rivals, super exciting, with video. Attention, female students, I heard that this superstar who drives a Lamborghini is a student of Xiamen School. Xiong University has discovered the second generation of super rich. For a time, the entire layout of the post bar was completely refreshed. Many of these posts have pictures or videos taken by them. Just click into a post, you can see a large number of replies, such as, "I've really beaten. This mysterious rich second generation is a student in our school. I didn't expect our school to have such a powerful second generation rich. This is a super sports car of nearly 10 million. I just heard someone say that the mysterious local tyrant who donated 10 million to the school anonymously last time may be him. Wow, I really want to marry this kind of local tyrant, and I will have nothing to worry about all my life. I'm asking for the class and contact information of this super rich second generation. I really want to meet him. There are even girls in the post bar, openly posting to Lin Yun. All in all, the entire post bar is fried. After such a hot news went online on the Friar, naturally it went viral offline. Hey, have you heard? The school was surprised to see a rich second-generation Lamborghini driver today. Just a few hours after the incident almost went crazy in Xiong University. Lin Yun's class. The whole class exploded. Isn't this Brother Yun? Fat Brother is also on the scene. It's really Lin Yun. It's really Brother Yun. With Lin Yun's classmates, they directly identified Lin Yun through the pictures and videos posted in the post bar. Gosh, I didn't expect Brother Yun to drive a super sports car worth nearly 10 million. Brother Yun is hiding too deep. I didn't expect him to be so rich. I really don't know how awesome he is. The students in the class were shocked. The last time they learned that Lin Yun was the owner of Xiong restaurant, they were already shocked. This time they learned that Lin Yun had driven nearly 10 million supercars, which shocked them again. They couldn't imagine that Lin Yun, who has been in the same class with them for more than 2 years and has been unknown, turned out to be a super rich second generation? Those classmates who had offended Lin Yun felt even more regretful. What a terrible existence they offended. As for the previous relationship with Lin Yun, he was naturally happier. Most of the classmates secretly made up their minds, and in the future, they must look for opportunities to indulge Lin Yun. In a classroom of Xiong University, Xiong seemed very upset at this time. He felt mad at the thought of the morning auction. I really don't know what my second uncle thinks. He kicked me out of the hotel for a poor boy. He nodded and bowed to the boy. He was really sick. Zhang Xiao said viciously. Young Xiaojiang couldn't figure out why his second uncle would kick him out. The second uncle must have made a mistake. He has made a mistake about his identity, thinking that he is a great character. It must be so. Zhang Xiao insisted. Zhang Xiao still believes that Lin Yun is a poor boy in his family. The reason is very simple. He has read Lin Yun's school files, and it is clear about Lin Yun's family and historical experience. Young Master Jiang. Look at it, it's this kid. One of the attendants eagerly handed the phone to Xiaojiang. Who is it? Zhang Xiao, who was in a bad mood, looked impatient. While speaking, Zhang Xiao glanced at the screen. It's him. When Zhang Xiao saw Lin Yun, he was taken aback, and his whole body was full of energy. Immediately afterwards, Xiaojiang quickly clicked on the video in this post and watched it. Where did he come from the Lamborghini Bull? When Zhang Xiao saw Lin Yun in the video, his face was full of shock when he got down from the Lamborghini Daniel. Xiaojiang knew very well how expensive the Lamborghini Daniel was. Even if it was him, he begged for a long time before his father bought him a Ferrari that cost more than 2 million yuan. Is this kid renting it? Yes. This kid must have rented it. He fell in love with Su Yan, and he must have cheated a lot of money from Su Yan. It is not impossible to rent a Lamborghini Bull to drive to school to pretend to be forced. Zhang Xiao insisted that in his opinion, Lin Yun must have rented this Lamborghini Bull. The attendant next to him couldn't help saying, Young Master Jiang, this is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that this kid is obviously Su Yan's boyfriend, but he took the beauty in the video and got into the car. It was clear that he was pedaling on 2 boats and posing. I know I want to cuckold Su Yan. Xiaojiang continued to look back at the video and found that it was so. Damn, this kid has a way of picking up girls. He got into Su Yan, and now he has another beautiful lady. Damn, what's he doing? Zhang Xiao was jealous. He didn't soak in all women, but was soaked by a poor boy, and the poor boy also soaked 2 women at the same time. Can he not jealous? Can he not be jealous? Brother Yun, why don't you tell Su Yan about this? Let her know that this kid has greened him. Let her know that this kid is taking her money to rent a car to pick up girls. The attendant suggested. Okay, just do it. I think Su Yan can't stand her boyfriend's cheating. Zhang Xiao showed a sinister smile. In Zhang Xiao's opinion, on this basis, Su Yan and Lin Yun can definitely be separated. He does not believe that Su Yin can stand his boyfriend's cheating. Let's go. After Jiang Xiao finished speaking, he quickly walked out of the classroom with his attendants. The classroom where Su Yin is. Sister Su Yin, someone is looking for you at the door, a girl said. Su Yin looked up and found that Xiao Jiang was standing at the door. It's him?
No.
After Su Yin finished speaking, he looked down at the phone again. At the door, Xiao Jiang saw that Su Yin hadn't seen him, so he walked directly into the classroom. Many students in the class knew about Jiang Xiao's family, so naturally no one would dare to stop Jiang Xiao. In a blink of an eye, Xiao Jiang walked to Su Yin. Sister Su Yin, I am looking for you, but there is an important event to inform you. I believe you will be interested, Jiang Xiao said with a smile. Seeing Jiang Xiao's appearance, he seemed very happy. If you have something to say quickly, if you have a fart, let it go. Su Yin frowned beautifully, showing an annoying appearance. Sister Su Yin, before I tell you, you have to be prepared. This may hit you. Jiang Xiao still smiled. Get out if you don't say it.
Su Yangjiao uttered.
It's all right, then I'll just say it directly. Your boyfriend Lin Yun, that kid. Looking for other women behind you. The videos are all here. You can see for yourself. Jiang Xiao smiled and put the phone in front of Su Yin. Don't look, I've already seen it. Su Yin said. Today's incident went crazy in the school, so Su Yin naturally posted it through the school and saw the video at that time. Su Yin, this kid is cuckolding you. He has a beautiful woman like you, and he dares to step on 2 boats, and he uses your money to rent a sports car to pick up girls. You can find him to settle the account. Excited, Jiang Xiao knew that Su Yin had a good temper. He could imagine that Su Yin would be furious, not only to break up with Lin Yun, but even to retaliate against Lin Yun. Thinking of this, Xiao Jiang was very excited. Unexpectedly, Su Yin glanced at Jiang Xiao, then said lightly, he's looking for it. As long as he wants, I don't have any opinion on how many he finds. Why should I go to him to settle the account? You are crazy. Huh. After Jiang Xiao heard Su Yin's words, he was immediately confused. Su Yin, what did you say? You said you don't have any problems? You don't have a fever in your brain, right? Jiang Xiao stared at Su Yin incredulously. Xiao Jiang knew that Su Yin had a bad temper, and with Su Yin's personality, how could he tolerate his boyfriend's cheating? And now, Su Yin's boyfriend cheated. She has no objection? This completely subverted Jiang Xiao's perception of Su Yin, and he even thought she had heard it wrong. You have a fever in your brain. I'm very well. Besides, it doesn't matter what you do. Su Yin said. But he is wearing a green hat for you. Can you bear this? Can you forgive this? Jiang Xiao gritted his teeth. Of course I can bear it. Of course I can forgive. Is there a problem? Can it? Su Yin didn't seem to care. Fuck. It's all right. Are you still Su Yin? After Jiang Xiao heard Su Yin's answer, he couldn't help but explode. Oh my god. Su Yin can bear the green hat? Is this the Su Yin he knows? What you want to ask, I have answered you. Can you go now? Su Yin said indifferently. Su Yin, you can bear even a green cap, okay? I can say that I have taken you. Jiang Xiao gritted his teeth and said viciously. After speaking, Jiang Xiao strode out angrily. Su Yin shook his head. She and Lin Yun were just pretending boyfriend and girlfriend. Of course she had no right to control how Lin Yun and other women were. Su Yin picked up his mobile phone, which was the video in it. I didn't expect this kid to chase such a beautiful girl. Su Yin shook his head and said to himself. For some reason, after seeing this video, Su Yin found a trace of loss in his heart, as if his own things had been taken away by others. As for Lin Yun opening Lamborghini, Su Yin was also very puzzled before. She knew about Lin Yun's family. The family was poor. How could Lin Yun drive a Lamborghini? It was much more expensive than her Ferrari. But when she just heard Jiang Xiao say Lin Yun rented a Lamborghini, she realized that it was probably Lin Yun rented. My family is so poor, so I rent a car to pick up girls,
Su Yan pouted.
The other side. After Jiang Xiao walked out of the classroom. Damn it. Damn it. Jiang Xiao kicked the wall fiercely, his expression even more cyan. What on earth does Su Yin think? She can bear the green hat. Damn. Jiang Xiao said viciously. Jiang Shaoyuan thought that Su Yin would definitely get angry after seeing this handle. Jiang Shaoyuan thought that with this handle, Su Yin and Lin Yun could be successfully dismantled, and even Su Yin would retaliate against Lin Yun for this incident. As a result, the facts are quite different from what he imagined. Young Master Jiang, I really don't know what ecstasy soup this kid has poured Su Yin into so that Su Yin can accept that this kid has 3 wives and 4 concubines at the same time, said the attendant next to him. Fuck. After Jiang Shao listened to the follower's words, he kicked the wall fiercely. Jiang Shao felt envy, jealousy, and hatred in his heart. Why can a poor boy be able to get a school flower and make it willing to have 3 wives and 4 concubines? But he can. Why? Why? Jiang Shao's heart is extremely unbalanced, and he is not reconciled to the quarter. It is obvious that his family is 10 million times better than Lin Yun. The other side.
Huading Plaza.
Huading Plaza is currently the most prosperous square in Qingyang City. Lin Yun parked the Lamborghini in the underground parking lot. Inside the car. Lin Yun, didn't you mean to take me to understand the truth? Why are you here in Huading Plaza? Wang Shui looked a little surprised. Bring you to Huading Plaza, of course, is to shop. This is also part of taking you to understand the truth. Lin Yun smiled. But the consumption of Huading Plaza is very high. Even if we want to shop, let's change the place. Wang Shui said seriously. Wang Shui, I drove nearly 10 million cars. Can I still not afford it in Huading Plaza? Lin Yun said with a smile. It seems to be right. Wang Shui nodded suddenly. After all, she was still in the consumption concept. By the way, Wang Shui, give you a gift. Lin Yun took out a box and handed it to Wang Shui. What? Wang Shui took the box curiously. Open it and take a look. Lin Yun smiled slightly. After Wang Shui heard the words, he opened the box directly. What caught her eye was a pair of crystal bracelets. This pair of bracelets is exactly the pair of glass jade bracelets that Lin Yun bought for 1.5 million at the auction this morning. What kind of bracelet is this? Isn't it expensive? Wang Shui looked at the bracelet. Wang Shui's family is poor. Of course, she has never been in contact with jade. Of course, she doesn't know jade, and she will never know that this pair of jade bracelets is worth more than 1 million. This is very cheap. Don't you dislike it? Lin Yun smiled. How come? As long as you give it, even if it is a penny gift, I will not dislike it. Wang Shui said. Okay, let's get off the car. Lin Yun opened the car door. After getting off the bus, Lin Yun took Wang Shui and took the elevator directly to the 3rd floor. The entire 3rd floor sells clothes. Of course, the price of clothing here is not cheap. The lowest price is 1,000 and the highest is tens of thousands. Lin Yun said he wanted to buy a new dress for Wang Shui, so he went straight to the women's clothing area. Lin Yun didn't know anything about clothing brands, so he just picked a larger and luxuriously decorated women's clothing store and walked in with Wang Shui. Wow, these clothes are so beautiful. After Wang Shui entered the shop, she saw the dazzling array of clothes, and her eyes lit up. After reading a few items, Wang Shui returned to Lin Yun. Lin Yun, let's go. I don't like it here. Wang Shui said seriously. How come? I think the ones here are pretty good. You think the price is expensive, right? It doesn't matter. Come shopping today. Don't look at the price. Lin Yun said with a smile. Lin Yun's expression changed when he saw that Wang Shui had just checked the price of the clothes, and then he came back and said that he did not like the clothes here. Based on this, Lin Yun knew that Wang Shui was frightened by the price here. Lin Yun also glanced at the price tag just now. The 2 clothes that Lin Yun saw were priced at 8,888 yuan and 16,888 yuan. Such a price, if placed in the past, would definitely be an astronomical figure for Lin Yun. Lin Yun did not dare to think that a piece of clothing could be so expensive. But for Lin Yun today, this little money is just a drop in the bucket. Hey, how about people? How about sales? How about shopping guides? Lin Yun shouted. Since Lin Yun walked in, Lin Yun found that there was no salesperson to receive him. But Lin Yun took a look, and several other customers in the store were warmly received by sales staff. To say that these salespeople are busy, Lin Yun can still understand, but there are obviously a few salespeople chatting not far away. After Lin Yun finished shouting, he thought the few salespeople who were chatting should come over. As a result, The few chatting salespeople just glanced over here and then continued to chat. They didn't pay attention to Lin Yun, let alone greet them. Lin Yun frowned immediately because Lin Yun saw disdain and contempt in their glances. Forget Lin Yun, let's change the house, Wang Shui said. Lin Yun nodded and walked out of the store directly with Wang Shui. Just next to this one. Lin Yun looked at the women's clothing store next door as well and entered this store with Wang Shui. After entering the store, Lin Yun still found that no sales staff in the store came to greet him. But they are entertaining other guests. Lin Yun, why don't they ignore them? Wang Shui pouted. It's not easy. We look down on us and discriminate against us because we are dressed too ordinary, Lin Yun said with squinting eyes. How can they do this? Wang Shui stomped angrily. Wang Shui, the society is like this. People will look down on if there is no money, Lin Yun said. Then, let's go and buy clothes in another place, Wang Shui said. No, it's here. Today I happen to teach these people who look down on people. Lin Yun narrowed his eyes. After speaking, Lin Yun took Wang Shui and continued to stroll around the store. After walking for 2 minutes, Lin Yun stopped in front of a long lace strapless dress, which was very beautiful, and it was displayed alone on a platform. Wang Shui, I think this one is good, Lin Yun said as he stretched out his hand, ready to take it down. Take away your dirty hands. If you feel it dirty, you won't be able to accompany you. Just when Lin Yun just grabbed the clothes, a harsh voice came. Immediately afterwards, a woman with heavy makeup walked over quickly with a gloomy expression. Immediately afterwards, a woman with heavy makeup walked over quickly with a gloomy expression. The sentence just now came from this woman with heavy makeup. After Lin Yun heard such words, the chill in his face and eyes increased a little. We can't afford to pay for our lives? Haha, how much is this dress? Lin Yun stared at the girl with heavy makeup and sneered. Other clothes in the store have hang tags with prices on them, but Lin Yun did not see the hang tags for this lace off-the-shoulder dress that was exhibited separately. Want to know how much? Say it and scare you to death. This long dress is 188,000, said the woman with heavy makeup proudly. So, do you think our lives are not worth even 180,000? Lin Yun sneered. Of course, only 2 cheap lives still want to be worth 180,000? The woman with heavy makeup sneered. What are you talking about? Wang Shui stomped his feet angrily. Even the very good-tempered Wang Shui couldn't listen to others. I'm talking about you. I didn't take it to take pictures of myself, so I just ran here to buy clothes. Can you afford to spend it here? It's really irresponsible. The girl with heavy makeup sneered sneer. You. Wang Shui's face flushed. People are dignified, and Wang Shui is naturally angry when he is so ridiculed and looked down upon. Wang Shui, let me come. Lin Yun pulled Wang Shui behind Wang Shui and then looked at the girl with heavy makeup. I'll give you a chance to apologize for her to accompany you, and then obediently take down this long skirt for her to try on. I can consider forgiving you, Lin Yun said with squinting eyes. Haha, I apologize? You poor boy is really funny. You are so poor and want to save face for your girlfriend? Do you have that ability? The heavy makeup girl laughed. Immediately afterwards, the woman with heavy makeup turned her head and said proudly, Boy, I also tell you. Immediately take your poor girlfriend and get out. You are not worthy to come here for consumption. If you don't get out, I can only call people to bomb you. It seems that you didn't cherish the opportunity one gave you, and ask your manager to come out, Lin Yun said with squinting eyes. I'm sorry, I'm the manager of this store, the woman with heavy makeup said proudly, hugging her arms. Then call your boss, Lin Yun said coldly. You let me call me? You tell me what you rely on? Do you think you have this qualification? The woman with heavy makeup said with disdain. Well, this is Huading Plaza, and I am the chairman of Huading Group Qingyang branch. Is that enough? Lin Yun narrowed his eyes. What? You said you are the chairman of Huading Group? Puff. After hearing Lin Yun's words, the woman with heavy makeup suddenly laughed. Hey, come and see everyone. This kid said he is the chairman of Huading Group, the woman with heavy makeup said loudly. As soon as the girl with heavy makeup said this, All the chattering sales rushed over. Sister Liang, who said that she is the chairman of Huading. The 4 female salesmen who ran over all asked curiously, "No, that's this kid." The girl with heavy makeup sneered and pointed at Lin Yun. After the 4 female salesmen took a look at Lin Yun, they all covered their mouths and laughed. It's so funny, just like him. Dare to pretend to be the chairman of Huading Group? Puff, kid, just before impersonating, please look in the mirror and see what you are. These female salesmen, you sneered at every word, and your eyes were full of contempt for Lin Yun. Even a few guests not far away who were looking at the clothes were laughing and laughing while looking at them. Of course, these guests were all dressed in well-off families. After Lin Yun heard these harsh words, a flash of anger suddenly flashed in his eyes. Very good. Congratulations, the success angered me. I promise, the consequences will be serious. I promise you will pay a heavy price. Lin Yun's voice was extremely cold. The consequences are serious? Oh, it's up to you? The old lady wants to see today what price you can make me pay if you are a poor man. The girl with heavy makeup was arrogant. In the eyes of women with heavy makeup, these are just 2 poor people. What else can they make? Lin Yun. Or let's change stores.
Wang Shui pulled la Lin Yun.
Although Wang Shui was also angry, with Wang Shui's character, she certainly did not want Lin Yun to cause any trouble because of her. No need to change, it's here. Today, I will definitely let her kneel down and apologize and beg for mercy. Lin Yun squinted. After all, Lin Yun directly took out the phone and dialed out. After the call is connected. Lubo, my XX women's clothing store in Area C on the 3rd floor of China Ting Plaza, asked all the senior executives of China Ting Plaza to rush to me within 3 minutes and tell them that I am very angry now. You will be at your own risk if you fail to make it. Lin Yun's tone was cold. After saying this, Lin Yun directly hung up. Oh, I pretend to be so handsome, thinking that the name of General Manager Lu Bo will scare us? Will it scare us to apologize to you? Dreaming. The heavy makeup woman sneered. Yes, the crowds who know the name of General Manager Lu Bo have gone, thinking that this will scare us? How naive. The 4 salesmen all agreed. The cold-faced Lin Yun ignored them. Now Lin Yun didn't want to grind their lips with them, waiting for the senior management of China Ting Plaza to arrive, and he knew it. At this time, a middle-aged man came over. He was one of the customers shopping in this store. You guys are too much. As the middle-aged man walked over, he scolded the salesman. This guest, why do you give a head to a poor boy? The woman with heavy makeup looked at the middle-aged man with a puzzled expression. Because the middle-aged man is dressed well and has a small amount of money at first glance, the attitude of women with heavy makeup to talk to him is also very different. Shut up. The middle man glared at the heavy makeup woman. Then the middle-aged man turned his head to look at Lin Yun and said, Young man, listen to my persuasion from my old brother, forget it. So, you can take the dress I just bought to your girlfriend. It costs more than 8,000 yuan. I bought it for my daughter. The style is not bad. How about it? After the middle-aged man said, he directly handed Lin Yun the packed clothes. Lin Yun looked at the middle-aged man in surprise. Why are you helping me? To be honest, the behavior of this middle-aged man shocked Lin Yun. Because I was also a poor man, I was ridiculed a lot when I was poor. So after seeing their behavior towards you, I felt the same way. The middle-aged man said. Lin Yun nodded suddenly. Go on. The middle-aged man handed the clothes to Lin Yun again. No, I'm not going to just go like this. Don't worry. These few dog things that look down on people, I'm set to teach you today. Lin Yun said with a smile. Why are you? Oh. The middle-aged man couldn't help shook his head. Although the middle-aged man does not look down on the poor, he does not think that Lin Yun is really the chairman of the Qingyang branch of Huading Group. This guest, you have seen it too. This kid doesn't appreciate it at all. You are wasting saliva if you help him speak. The girl with heavy makeup said with a smile. Boom! At this moment, the glass door of the shop was pushed open with a slam. Then, a middle-aged man in a blue suit rushed in with a dozen security guards. Isn't this Manager Lu? What brings you here? After seeing the man in the blue suit, the woman with heavy makeup greeted her with a smile. The man in the blue suit is the security manager in charge of the public order and safety of China Ting Plaza, and of course he knows women with heavy makeup. For women with heavy makeup, the security manager is definitely a grandfather-level figure, an existence they cannot afford to offend. The man in the blue suit turned a blind eye to the woman with heavy makeup, pushed him away, and walked to Lin Yun. Chairman Lin, I'm Lu Yong, the company's security manager. The man in the blue suit quickly bowed to Lin Yun. His voice was loud and his attitude was even more respectful. Hello, Chairman Lin. More than a dozen security guards from behind also bowed and saluted, and their voices echoed throughout the store. What? The girl with heavy makeup and the 4 female salesmen, after seeing this scene, their eyes widened in surprise, and their faces turned gray in a moment. The middle-aged man beside him also looked surprised. Even Wang Shui, covering her small mouth, looked surprised. How did they call Chairman Lin Yun? At this moment, the door was pushed open again. 2 middle-aged men in black suits rushed in. Director Xiong, Manager Liang. The woman with heavy makeup recognized these 2 people at a glance. They were both executives of China Ting Plaza. Chairman Lin. Chairman Lin. After these 2 entered the door, they ignored the girl with heavy makeup, but walked quickly to Lin Yun, then bowed and saluted, with the same respectful attitude, as if a pupil had met the teacher. This? The girl with heavy makeup and the 4 salesmen were completely stunned like thunder and lightning. God, what is going on? At this moment, the door was pushed open again. A man in a dark blue suit and 6 or 7 men in suits walked in quickly. Xiong, General Manager Xiong. When the woman with heavy makeup saw the man in the dark blue suit headed by her, the corners of her eyes twitched, and the 4 salespersons also stared in shock. Because they know that the leading general manager Xiong is the head of China Ting Plaza. It is the existence with the highest status of China Ting Plaza. The 6 or 7 men in suits who followed General Manager Xiong were all senior executives of China Ting Plaza. They were horrified to discover that at this moment, the entire Huading Plaza executives had all arrived here. You know, one of these can be used by the grandson of women with heavy makeup. As for General Manager Xiong, it is an ancestor-level existence for women with heavy makeup. This makes their hearts more uneasy. Under the gaze of the women with heavy makeup and others, General Manager Xiong and his party also came to Lin Yun. Chairman Lin, I am Manager Xiong, the General Manager of China Ting Plaza. General Manager Xiong bowed and saluted. Hello, Chairman Lin. The executives behind General Manager Xiong also bowed together. After seeing this scene, the girl with heavy makeup only felt a thunderbolt blow, and she felt as if she had been poured cold water from head to toe, and her whole body was numb. God, even General Manager Xiong bowed to him? All this makes the girl with heavy makeup feel dizzy. Who is this person sacred? The executives of China Ting Plaza are all here, right? Lin Yun stood with his hands and glanced at the executives of the square, exaggerated. Yes, Lin Dong, they are all here. General Manager Xiong bowed his head and nodded in response. Dong Lin, Mr. Lu said on the phone that you are very angry. I don't know what it is. General Manager Xiong asked cautiously. Manager Xiong, I was discriminated against and ridiculed in my own square. I still want to be kicked out. You said it was ridiculous. Lin Yun sneered. What? There is such a thing? After General Manager Xiong and all the senior executives heard the words, their expressions changed. They knew that if Lin Yun started to anger them, they would not have a good fruit. Lin Yun continued. General Manager Xiong, please tell them about my identity in person. Lin Yun pointed to the women with heavy makeup. Yes. General Manager Xiong responded respectfully. Immediately after, General Manager Xiong walked to the girl with heavy makeup and said coldly, You made Lin Dong angry, right? Xiong, General Manager Xiong. The woman with heavy makeup looked terrified. The 4 female salesmen were already shivering with fear by such a scene. Do you know what Lin Dong's identity is? Tell you, he is the chairman of the Qingyang branch of China Ting Group, an existence you absolutely can't find. Mr. Jiang scolded. What? Is he really the chairman of Huading? The girl with heavy makeup stared at Lin Yun. Her voice became extremely sharp because of the horror in her heart. God, This is really the chairman of Huading. Before Lin Yun said that he was the chairman of Huading, they did not believe it, but at this moment, General Manager Jiang said it in person, and they have to believe it if they do not believe it. In their eyes, the chairman of China Ting Group is definitely a big man who exists like a god. The girl with heavy makeup thought that the person she had just offended and ridiculed was really Huading Group, and her heart suddenly fell under the 9 netherworlds of hell. After hearing the news, the 4 salesmen were so scared that they collapsed to the ground. God, they were laughing at the chairman of China Ting Group before? They can't imagine the consequences. The middle-aged man next to Lin Yun who wanted to help Lin Yun was also confused when he heard the news. This turned out to be the chairman of China Ting Group? Of course, Wang Shui was the most shocked. Because China Ting Group helped Wang Shui twice, and it was a great kindness, Wang regarded China Ting Group as his benefactor. Is he the chairman of Huading Group? Wang Shui opened her eyes wide and covered her small mouth, her eyes filled with incredible colors. In the field, Lin Yun walked slowly to the girl with heavy makeup. I said I was the chairman of Huading Group. Do you believe it now? Lin Yun stood with his hands held down. His voice was not loud but full of momentum. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. The girl with heavy makeup nodded like a chicken pecking at rice. Then my fate. Isn't even this dress worth it? Lin Yun sneered. No. Before, I couldn't speak, but I didn't know Taishan. Chairman, please forgive me. The girl with heavy makeup was so scared that she knelt on the ground. The 4 salesgirls beside them also knelt on the ground quickly. The women with heavy makeup know very well that with Lin Yun's status, pinching them to death is easier than pinching an ant. Lin Yun sneered, I gave you a chance before, but it's a pity that you didn't cherish it. You irritated me. Do you think you can forget it? General Manager Jiang stepped forward and said, Dong Lin, what should you do? Throw these things that are low to the eyes of people and throw them out of Huading Plaza. I will never step into Huading Plaza forever, Lin Yun said with squinting eyes. After a pause, Lin Yun added, notify their personal information to the Qingyang Business District. Which company dares to hire a few of them is to do it right with China Ting Group. Understand? Understand. General Manager Jiang nodded in response. What? When the girl with heavy makeup heard Lin Yun's words, her face suddenly showed despair. In this way, not only will their work here disappear, but they will also be blocked in Qingyang City. You guys, throw them out for me. General Manager Jiang gave an order, and the security guard next to him rushed up and set up the girl with heavy makeup and the 4 salesmen and dragged them out. After the security dragged the person out, Lin Yun glanced back at the customers in the store. Those customers who had secretly laughed at Lin Yun before, all lowered their heads quickly, panicked, and did not dare to look at Lin Yun. They never dreamed that the humble kid they laughed at was really the chairman of China Ting Group. Although these customers have a small amount of money, they are compared with the presence of Huading chairman, that is, ants. After Lin Yun glanced around, he finally turned his eyes to the middle-aged man next to him. This middle-aged man was the one who spoke for Lin Yun before and wanted to help Lin Yun. He even gave Lin Yun the clothes he bought. The middle-aged man looked a little frightened at this time. This is the chairman of China Ting Group. Hello. Get to know you officially. My name is Lin Yun and I am the chairman of the Qingyang branch of Huading Group. Lin Yun walked in front of the middle-aged man, smiled and stretched out his hand, looking very humble. Lin. Chairman Lin, can I really shake hands with you? The middle-aged man said weakly. Why not? If you don't shake hands with me, my hands will be sore. Lin Yun said with a smile. Haha, then I would be more respectful than fate. The middle-aged man laughed, then stretched out his hand to shake hands with Lin Yun. Chairman Lin, my name is Kong Liangkai, and I work as a personnel manager in a small company. The middle-aged man introduced himself. After a pause, Kong Liang said in embarrassment, Chairman Lin, I was so embarrassed before. You are such a powerful existence. I was thinking of helping you out before. It's okay. Don't you want to help me too? It should be me, thank you. Lin Yun smiled. But I really didn't expect that you would be the chairman of China Ting Group. I didn't expect the chairman of China Ting to wear so ordinary. Kong Liang said. Because I am from a poor person like you, so I don't like to wear famous brands to show myself. I also hate this kind of people who look down upon others. Lin Yun smiled. Chairman Lin, you are definitely the most special one I have ever met. Kong Liang couldn't help but give Lin Yun a thumbs up. Kong Liang has only met many chairmen and bosses. Which one is not wearing a famous brand? He really hadn't seen a chairman like Lin Yun, who was dressed very ordinary and didn't even have a famous watch. The key is that these chairmen and bosses are far worse than Lin Yun's identity. This made Kong Liang admire Lin Yun. At this time, Lin Yun said with a smile, Kong Liang Kai, are you interested in coming to work in China Ting Group? To work for Huading Group? Kong Liang was taken aback. Yes, the position is still the personnel manager. As for the salary, no matter how much you used to be, I will triple it for you. Lin Yun said with a smile. Kong Liang couldn't help but swallowed his saliva. Huading Group is the most powerful group in the province. It is famous in the 3 southwestern provinces. Compared with the small company he works for, I don't know how many times it is awesome. Lin, Dong Lin, can you tell me why? Kong Liang asked blankly. Because I also admire you. Lin Yun smiled. Lin Yun and Kong Liang didn't know each other at all, and Lin Yun was a poor boy in the eyes of everyone before, but Kong Liang was willing to speak for a poor boy, and even help generously. Based on this, Lin Yun was enough to judge Kong Liang's character. Such talents are rare. Now that Lin Yun met him, how could he let it go? After a pause, Lin Yun continued. In addition, I still have an identity. I am Lu Zhizhong's grandson. My future development will not only be in this small Qingyang city, but in the 3 southwestern provinces and even the whole country. You can follow me, and you will be able to go further. What? Lu Zhizhong's grandson?
Guru.
Kong Liang swallowed in shock. Of course he knew that Lu Zhizhong was the richest man in the southwest, and he certainly knew what a legendary figure Lu Zhizhong was. He didn't expect that Lin Yun turned out to be Lu Zhizhong's grandson. Such an identity is many times more powerful than that of the chairman of the Qingyang branch of Huading Group. Lu Zhizhong's grandson? Even Wang Shui next to him, after hearing Lin Yun's words, shocked in her spiritual eyes, she also knew who Lu Zhizhong was. It was only because it was not right now that Wang Shui didn't ask in her heart. She planned to ask Lin Yun carefully about it in a while. Lin Yun patted Kong Liangkai on the shoulder and continued. I believe that if you come to Huading to be the HR manager, you will be able to take care of the good people for me, get rid of the rat feces for me, and recruit more good employees for me. How about it? Are you willing?
Ido.
Kong Liang nodded excitedly. The boss of Kong Liang's current small company is very dark, and Kong Liang wanted to resign. Now that such a big opportunity falls on him, he is of course willing. Yes, you can report to Huading tomorrow, and I will say hello to the company. Lin Yun said. Dong Lin, thank you so much. If it weren't for your promotion, I might not be able to join a large group like Huading as a manager in my life. Kong Liang was very excited. It's still the same sentence, work hard, the manager is just a starting point. As long as you do well, I guarantee you have a lot of room for improvement. Lin Yun said with a smile. Dong Lin, rest assured, I will do my best. Kong Liang nodded vigorously, his eyes firm. At this time, the shop owner who received the news ran in from the outside, and the owner was a fat man with a blessing. Chairman Lin, I'm really sorry, I apologize to you. The boss ran directly to Lin Yun and apologized to Lin Yun again and again. Obviously, this boss already knows what's here. The boss knew that Lin Yun was irritated. Of course he was afraid, because as long as Lin Yun said a word, his shop could be kicked out of Huading Plaza, and he could even stop mixing in Qingyang City. You don't need to apologize, it's just that you will recruit people in the future. Don't use that snobbery. Lin Yun said calmly. Yes. The boss nodded like a chicken pecking at rice. In addition, I bought this dress. Lin Yun pointed to the long lace skirt that was displayed alone. Lindong likes it. I gave it to Lindong. The boss bowed and smiled. Do you think I'm short of this money? Lin Yun frowned.
No.
Of course not. The boss panicked. Since it is not, then swipe the card 180,000. I don't lack this little money. Lin Yun said calmly. After Lin Yun chose some clothes for Wang Shui in the shop, he handed the card to the boss. The boss took the card, and then a group of Lin Yun took off the clothes they wanted, wrapped them up, and handed them to Lin Yun. After leaving this store, "Go, follow me to this store next door." With a wave of his hand, Lin Yun led General Manager Xiong and other executives to the store where Lin Yun entered for the first time. After entering the store, the employees in the store were shocked by such a big battle after seeing General Manager Xiong's group. The manager of the store hurriedly greeted him with the staff. "General Manager Xiong, why are you here?" The manager is a middle-aged woman with dyed red hair. She has a flattering smile. Her face is almost broken. "We are here with Chairman Lin. This is the chairman of our Huading Group Qingyang branch," General Manager Xiong said calmly. "Chairman Huading?" When they heard this name, they were all taken aback. Immediately afterwards, they quickly looked at Lin Yun and saluted Lin Yun again and again. "Hello, Chairman Lin." Their attitude is of course respectful, even with a little fear. "Just kidding, this is the chairman of Huading Group." They asked themselves, this may be the most important figure they have seen with their own eyes. "Now that you know how to say hello to me? Before I came in with my friends, you ignored me. Your face is really big." Lin Yun sneered. As soon as Lin Yun said this, the manager and a few employees remembered that, 20 minutes ago, Lin Yun seemed to have come in with the girl next to him. It's just that they looked at Lin Yun wearing a clothes stall, and they looked poor, so they didn't come to greet Lin Yun at all. After thinking of this, the manager and several employees suddenly showed fear. "Chairman Lin, we? No need to explain. My time is precious. You can't afford to waste it." Lin Yun interrupted them. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yun turned to look at General Manager Xiong and ordered, "These shopkeepers also let the shopkeeper fire me all." "Okay, Lin Dong." General Manager Xiong nodded in response. "What?" The manager and several shop assistants were all dumbfounded after hearing this. "Let's go." Lin Yun directly pulled Wang Shui and walked out. As for the begging voices of the few shop assistants behind him, Lin Yun didn't bother to listen to them or bother. These dogs looked at the lowly human things, but whenever Lin Yun encountered them, Lin Yun was determined to teach them a lesson. After leaving the store, Lin Yun instructed General Manager Xiong to issue notices to all store employees of Huading Shopping Mall to improve the quality of employees and not to wear colored glasses to see people. As long as the kind of employees who look down on the people are low, they are resolutely fired after they are discovered. After shopping for the clothes, it was dark. Lin Yun suggested to have dinner on the first floor of the square. Inside a restaurant on the first floor of Huading Plaza, Lin Yun and Wang Shui sat in a window seat. "Lin Yun, can you tell me everything now?" Wang Shui said, biting her red lips. For the previous ones, Wang Shui had long wanted to know what was going on, but Lin Yun told the restaurant to elaborate. Lin Yun was sitting up and said seriously, "Wang Shui, as you have seen and heard before, I am the chairman of the Qingyang branch of Huading Group. I am the grandson of Lu Zhizhong, the richest man in the southwest. I bought the sports car, and the Xiongyan restaurant also spent money. Bought." If Lin Yun said this before, Wang Shui might not believe it. However, in the mall today, she saw the executives of China Ting Plaza with her own eyes and respectfully called Lin Yun Chairman Lin. This makes Wang Shui have to believe it. After learning that Lin Yun was the chairman of Huading, she finally understood why Lin Yun could easily buy Xiongyan restaurant and why he could afford nearly 10 million supercars. Then, what did China Ting Group sponsor for before, and China Ting Group's help for my mother's illness, and also sponsor charity activities for my study? Is it related to you? Wang Shui looked at Lin seriously. Cloud. Prior to this, Wang Shui had always thought that it was her luck to get help from China Ting Group. She used to think that she was too lucky. She also thought that after graduation, she must go to China Ting to work and repay China Ting Group. However, now that she learned that Lin Yun was the chairman of Huading, she had to think that all of this was related to Lin Yun. "Yes, I arranged all this, but I don't want you to be under pressure with me, so I deliberately concealed it. You won't blame me." Lin Yun smiled. It turned out to be, it was really you. Wang Shui had complicated eyes. "I really didn't expect that you were helping me with all this, so I just said, how could I be so lucky that Huading Group helped me repeatedly?" Wang Shui said. Thinking that all this was actually Lin Yun helping herself, Wang Shui was inexplicably moved in her heart that there was a man who was willing to silently help herself like this. Lin Yun, you help me like this, I really don't know how to appreciate you. Wang Shui bit her lip. Wang Shui knows how important Lin Yun's help is to him. From now on, she knew that her benefactor was not Huading Group, but Lin Yun. It's okay, we are friends, Lin Yun said with a smile. Friends, are we just friends? Wang Shui bit her red lips, looking a little bit disappointed. Immediately afterwards, Wang Shui quickly raised her head to look at Lin Yun and said, You are the chairman of Huading and the son of the richest man. I am just a child of a poor family. I will not even dare to do it with you in the future. How do you think I look like a chairman? Do you think I put an air on you? We will still be friends in the future, Lin Yun said with a smile. Lin Yun, I concealed it from telling Wang Shui before, because I was afraid that Wang Shui would be under psychological pressure. Wang Shui nodded. She found that Lin Yun was really easygoing, without any pretensions. He would not have thought of it, unless he told her the truth that Lin Yun was the chairman of Huading. At the same time, Wang Shui secretly made up her mind that she would repay Lin Yun's kindness in the future. At this moment, Lin Yun's cell phone rang, and Lin Yun took out his cell phone and saw that it was a call from a joke Su Yin. She actually took the initiative to call me? Lin Yun looked at the phone with some confusion. After thinking about it, Lin Yun still pressed the connect button. Hey Lin Yun, your kid is amazing. You actually rented a Lamborghini to make a beauty. The video at that time had gone crazy in Qingyang University. Su Yan's voice came out on the phone. College Su Yan, do you still care about my feelings so much? You even called me specifically. Lin Yun said silently. Who cares about your feelings? I called you. I am looking for you for something. Are you free tonight? Su Yan said. What? You want to ask me? Lin Yun replied. Thinking too much. How could I find you on a date? Just want you to help me pretend to be a boyfriend. Su Yan said. Pretend again? Did you make a mistake? I don't owe you. Lin Yun looked speechless. Okay, I'm hanging up. I'm not free. Lin Yun said he was about to hang up. Hey, don't hang up. Su Yan on the other end of the phone stomped anxiously. Why is your kid like this? When you change to other boys in the school, you dream of wanting me to call him, but you actually want to hang up. Su Yan's angry voice came from the phone. Others are others. I am me. Lin Yun said calmly. I beg you to stop hanging up. Can't you let me finish talking? Su Yan's silent voice came out on the phone. For the sake of you begging me, give you a chance, let's talk? Lin Yun said lightly. My dad insists that I take you home, and he said that as long as I take you home for dinner, she will not introduce me to other second-generation sons. So, you are pretending to be a boyfriend for me once, just as I beg you. You can just mention what reward you want. Su Yin said in a begging tone. Lin Yun thought for a while, and then said, The remuneration will be waived, but I can say yes first. This is the last time. Fine, I promise this is the last time. At 9 o'clock in the evening, you must be at my house on time. Su Yin on the other end of the phone saw Lin Yun agree, and she immediately smiled happily. After hanging up the phone, Lin Yun, is it another Su Yin, Colonel? Wang Shui asked. Yeah. Lin Yun nodded. You? What is your relationship with her? Wang Shui lowered her head, looking a little disappointed. Lin Yun quickly explained, Wang Shui, don't get me wrong. I have nothing to do with her. She just asked me to help her pretend to be her boyfriend a few times and fool those who chase him. She just called and asked you to pretend to be her boyfriend? Wang Shuiyu squeezed the corner of his clothes. Yes, this time I made me fool his dad. I didn't want to agree, but you heard it too. Lin Yun showed a wry smile. Lin Yun, you don't have to explain to me. I'm not your girlfriend. Wang Shui showed a strong smile. After a pause, Wang Shui continued. Furthermore, you are the chairman of Huading Group, and Su Yin is the school flower of Yemen School. There is still a lot of money at home. You and her are a perfect match. In Wang Shui's eyes, Su Yin is Snow White. She is just Cinderella. She doesn't think she can compare with Miss Su Yin at all, which makes her feel inferior. Wang Shui, she didn't know that I was the chairman of China Ting Group. From her eyes, she naturally looked down on me, and I have no interest in her. Lin Yun said. Then who are you interested in? Wang Shui summoned great courage before asking this sentence. For example, you in front of me, Lin Yun said with a smile. As soon as Lin Yun said this sentence, he regretted it in his heart, because Lin Yun found that the atmosphere became even more embarrassing when he said this. Wang Shui quickly lowered her head, but she bit her lip and smiled secretly, as if she had eaten honey in her heart. On the other side, in Su Yan's half-hill villa, what a thing! After Su Yan hung up the phone, her little mouth rose in anger. Su Yan asked herself, no matter where she went, it was always the focus. Whom she wanted to ask for help, the man she was looking for would be happy to die. But Lin Yun, this guy, caused her a headache. Even so, she thought, it's always okay to let this man listen to him with money. After all, this man was poor at home. But she found that even money was useless. At this moment, a sound of footsteps walked into the room, and Su Yin turned to see that it was her father, President Su. Daughter, how is it? Did your boyfriend agree to come? Mr. Su asked. Of course, my boyfriend. How could he disagree? Su Yin pretended to be serious. Haha, that's good.
President Su nodded happily.
Dad, you are really strange. You know that his family is very poor, and you are so happy. You are like a different person? Su Yin couldn't understand her dad. He even felt whether her dad had changed himself. In the past, her dad strictly ordered to find a family much better than them. Now her father knows that Lin Yun's family is very poor, so he is still so active and happy. Haha, it was before. President Su laughed. He knew very well. What kind of poor ghost is Lin Yun? He is clearly the chairman of Huading, the grandson of Lu Zhizhong, the richest man in the southwest. By the way, daughter, have you cooked rice with him? President Su asked with a smile. After Su Yin heard this question, she was completely speechless. Dad, why are you so embarrassed to ask your daughter this kind of question? Your daughter. Is your daughter such a casual person? Su Yin stamped his feet. If not, then you have to work hard and try to cook the uncooked rice as soon as possible. No, try to cook the uncooked rice with him tonight, so that this can be settled. Mr. Su said with a smile. Dad, you go out. Even Su Yin, his face turned red after hearing this. Okay, I'm going to prepare dinner now. Mr. Su smiled and turned and left the room. The other side. After Lin Yun finished eating, he drove a Lamborghini to send Wang Shui home. On the way, Lin Yun, you helped me so much, I don't know how to repay you. Wang Shui said, biting her lip. Don't say anything about repaying you, let alone, the money I spent on helping you is just a drop in the bucket to me. Lin Yun said with a smile. Boom. As soon as Lin Yun's words fell, a large truck suddenly drove out from the right side and directly hit Lin Yun's Lamborghini. Ah! Accompanied by Wang Shui's horrified cry, Lamborghini was hit directly on the side of the road. All airbags in the car popped out, and Lamborghini was completely deformed. Fuck! Lin Yun shook his head vigorously, struggling from the dizziness of the violent impact, and then quickly looked at Wang Shui. Because the side hit by the truck was the side where Wang Shui was. Wang Shui seemed to be in a coma, with some blood still on his forehead. Wang Shui! Wang Shui! Lin Yun called out several times, struggling to get his phone to call 120. Boom! At this moment, Lin Yun discovered that after the truck had fallen back for a certain distance, it stepped on the accelerator and rushed towards Lin Yun's Lamborghini again, and wanted to hit Lin Yun. Lin Yun could barely open his eyes when illuminated by the dazzling lights of the truck. My grass. It's intentional. Lin Yun just thought it was a traffic accident. But at this moment, Lin Yun immediately judged that this TM was not a traffic accident at all. This big truck is definitely intentional. I want my life. Dodge. You must avoid. Lin Yun couldn't care about the whole body pain and wanted to try to activate the Lamborghini to avoid the impact. If you let this truck hit one or two more times, no matter how big your life is, I am afraid it will be better than death. Lin Yun started eagerly, but found that Lamborghini could no longer start. Grass, grass, grass. Lin Yun tried to continue booting, but his mouth exploded with foul language. As the truck got closer, Lin Yun still couldn't start. Ruined. Lin Yun skipped this thought in his mind. Boom! The collision happened again. However, Lin Yun was horrified to discover that a car hit his Lamborghini from behind. Lin Yun looked through the inner rearview mirror. It was a white off-road vehicle. It's a lone wolf's car. Lin Yun recognized this white off-road vehicle as a lone wolf car at a glance. Haw! The harsh sound of tires rubbing against the ground. The white off-road vehicle was fully powered and directly pushed Lin Yun's car forward quickly. Just a few meters out of Lin Yun's Lamborghini, that very fast truck just hit it again. Boom! There was a loud noise. However, what the big truck hit this time was not Lin Yun's Lamborghini, but a lone wolf white off-road vehicle. The reason is simple. Lone Wolf pushed Lin Yun's car forward for a certain distance, and his car happened to be the target of the big truck. Although the white off-road vehicle was big, it was still twisted and deformed after being hit, and then it started to smoke. Lone Wolf. Lin Yun turned his head to look behind, and at the same time roared. His eyes flashed with worry. Lin Yun knew that this collision should have been suffered by himself, and the Lone Wolf took it for himself. Now that the Lone Wolf's car was seriously deformed and it started to smoke, Lin Yun had no idea whether the Lone Wolf was alive or dead. At this time, the large truck began to reverse again, apparently still preparing for a collision. And his goal is directly at Lin Yun's Lamborghini. Lin Yun looked at Wang Shui, the co-pilot, and was still in a faint. Lin Yun wanted to get out of the car, and then pulled the co-pilot Wang Shui out of the car. If you were hit again, the consequences would be absolutely disastrous. But Lin Yun tried several times and found that the car door had been stuck and couldn't be opened at all. Damn! 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 Lin Yun roared again and again. Boom! At this moment, Lin Yun heard a loud noise from behind. Lin Yun looked through the rearview mirror of the car, and the windshield of the white off-road vehicle behind was kicked off. Then the Lone Wolf jumped out of the white off-road vehicle. As for the truck, it just finished reversing and was stepping on the accelerator to continue rushing here. I saw the Lone Wolf facing the truck head-on and then took out a dagger. Next moment, the Lone Wolf rushed directly towards the truck. Lone Wolf, leave this truck owner alive. He may be a breakthrough. Lin Yun shouted at the Lone Wolf. When the Lone Wolf rushed to the front of the truck, he leaped up suddenly, then directly broke the side windshield and got into the truck. Immediately after, haw! Accompanied by the harsh braking sound, the truck finally stopped next to Lin Yun's Lamborghini. Obviously, the Lone Wolf has controlled the truck owner. At this time, the door of the truck cab was opened, and the Lone Wolf directly took the truck owner down and walked towards Lin Yun. Huh! Lin Yun took a long breath after seeing this scene. At this moment, Lin Yun's forehead was already full of sweat, and the moment of shock just now really shocked Lin Yun. Wang Shui! Wang Shui! Lin Yun called out several times, and at the same time probed Wang Shui's breath, which was still there. Lin Yun did not dare to hesitate and quickly called the emergency number and the police number. Boom! After the Lone Wolf came to Lin Yun's car, he directly stretched out his hand to pull the door of the Lamborghini cab, and the original deformed door was directly pulled and dropped to the ground. Young master, are you okay? The Lone Wolf looked down at Lin Yun in the car.
I'm fine.
Lin Yun wiped the sweat from his forehead, then got out of the car. As for the soreness of Lin Yun's whole body, he has no time to care about it now. There was also some blood on the Lone Wolf's forehead. It should have been injured when the truck hit the Lone Wolf car. Lone Wolf, how is your injury? Lin Yun asked quickly. Lin Yun knew that the Lone Wolf's injury was suffered for himself. If the Lone Wolf didn't push his car away, if the truck hit Lin Yun's car again, I'm afraid Lin Yun would not die and be seriously injured. The little master doesn't need to worry. This little injury is not worth mentioning to me. Lone Wolf said calmly. Lin Yun barely breathed a sigh of relief when he heard this. By the way, Lone Wolf, do you know how to rescue? My friend passed out in the car. Lin Yun said anxiously. Understand some battlefield first aid. I will go and see for the little master, and this person will give it to the little master first. As the Lone Wolf said, he handed a dagger to Lin Yun, and at the same time handed the truck driver to Lin Yun. The hands of the truck driver have been tied behind his back by the Lone Wolf. Lin Yun took the dagger and put it on the neck of the truck driver. The truck driver almost killed Lin Yun. Of course Lin Yun was angry. The truck driver at this time turned pale and looked terrified. Say, who sent you? Who instructed you to do this? Lin Yun stared at the truck driver with a chill in his eyes. At the same time, Lin Yun's hand holding the dagger increased a bit, so that the truck driver's neck was soaked with blood. No, no one sent me. No one instigated me. The truck driver gritted his teeth. You and I don't know each other. You tell me no one is instructing me? Do you think I believe it? Lin Yun squinted his eyes and continued to question. Just now, Lin Yun told the lone wolf not to kill the driver because Lin Yun knew that this was definitely a planned murder. And this driver was just a chess piece, and what Lin Yun wanted was to use this chess piece to find the culprit behind it. Believe it or not, anyway, I'm not instigated. This is just a normal car accident. The truck driver insisted.
Car accident?
Heh, did you know that this is a deliberate murder, and the highest can betray you to death? Lin Yun said with squinting eyes. If you want to kill or slash, whatever you want. I'm just no one instructing. The truck driver showed a grinning smile, a gesture that a dead pig is not afraid of boiling water. Asshole. The angry Lin Yun hit the truck driver's face with a fist. Lin Yun knew that for the truck driver in this posture, 80% of them had collected enough hush money, and it was almost impossible for him to tell the story behind the scenes. Because the truck driver's hands were tied behind his back, after Lin Yun's punch, the truck driver lost his balance and fell to the ground. Grass your mother. The angry Lin Yun rushed up while cursing and kicked the truck driver fiercely. At this time, the lone wolf came over. Little master, your friend just fainted temporarily. Although there are some skin injuries, it will not be life-threatening. Lone wolf said. Lin Yun barely breathed a sigh of relief when he heard the lone wolf say this. The truck driver was obviously coming for himself, and Wang Shui was obviously implicated. If Wang Shui had two shortcomings because of this, Lin Yun would definitely feel guilty for life. Lone wolf, who do you think will be the master behind the scenes? Lin Yun turned to look at the lone wolf. You have to ask the master yourself, who you have offended recently? Lone wolf said calmly.